Back in the 1920s, learning to fly used to look like this and this, until the flight simulator came along and it eventually got to this. That was the first example of VR ever created. Hi, I'm Rowan, and today we'll be talking about virtual reality, or VR. So how is VR being used today, and what jobs are being affected by VR? You might be surprised by the answer. The VR is used in many industries: healthcare, retail, sports. Sports is my personal favorite. The healthcare industry benefits from VR because doctors can practice surgeries in VR. Retail services benefit by the consumer looking at a piece of furniture in 3D or looking at it as if it is right there in your own home. Walmart is using VR to train employees for Black Friday or the holiday rush and how to deal with the crazed customers. They also show them how to spot a customer in need or if something is low in stock. Some people think that VR will have highly immersive ads and you'll show products in VR before actually using them in real life. Maybe using cleaning products is one possibility. And sports. I know, sports, right? How could VR even be good in sports? Well, this company called Striver is using VR to help football players review footage to recognize defensive patterns and change the play. So in real games, they can do the same thing. In the last couple of years, Striver has signed over a dozen college teams and more than 5 NFL teams for multi-year contracts. Surprisingly, in the tech sector, Google and Samsung have dropped out of the VR game as their sales weren't great. But Apple is supposed to release an AR and VR platform in the next year or so. It'll have an 8K display in each eye that's more powerful than this TV. It'll support both VR and augmented reality, and I think it will be awesome. So where does VR not work? Some aspects are rising to fame while others just haven't caught on. VR gaming has caught on, but it still has a couple problems. If you use it for too long, you can get eye strain and a little motion sickness, and you can get disconnected from the real world. And the biggest thing is that it's just too real. If you're jumping across a pond with hungry alligators, I don't want to do that. That sounds scary. Overall, I think that VR will affect jobs in a lot of ways. Mostly good in my opinion. People can work remotely or practice their jobs to get better. Doctors and surgeons are using VR to practice surgeries and simulate high-pressure situations. People who need surgery will be glad to have more experienced doctors and surgeons. As for the future of VR, I think one day it'll be hard to distinguish real life and VR. Also, that'll be really common, like having a phone. Everyone has one. As a result of VR creation, Professor Jeremy Bailenson says VR programming is the hottest job in Silicon Valley. For more information, go to my blog at blogs.scarsdaleschools.org/R4A27.